Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking into a really significant and tragic event, the 2008 Mumbai attacks, often known as 26/11.
That's right.
We've got some detailed materials here covering, what happened, the sequence of events, the planning behind it, and crucially, the aftermath.
Yeah, it's quite comprehensive.
Our aim today is to really unpack the core significance of this beyond just the headline facts, understand its lasting impact, but without getting bogged down in every single detail.
Exactly. We're kind of sifting through this overview, the timeline, the planning, what came next. It's a lot to take in, so we want to pull out the most crucial bits for you to give a clear sense of why this event is still so important.
Okay, let's get into it then. So the attacks themselves ran from November 26th to the 29th, 2008. And the locations in Mumbai. The materials really emphasize some very specific, very symbolic places.
Oh, absolutely. The Taj Mahal Palace Hotel, the Oberoi Trident, these huge iconic hotels were major targets. But also the Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus Railway Station, CST, which is just, a massive hub for the city.
Right, everyday life.
Exactly. And then you had Nariman House, which was a Jewish community center, and the Leopold Cafe, too. It's quite a mix. What does that list say to you?
Well, it feels like a very deliberate choice. You've got these high-profile landmarks, symbols almost, alongside places just packed with ordinary people going about their day.
Mm-hmm.
And the sheer scale. 10 terrorists involved, and only one, Ajmal Kasab, was captured alive. The human cost was just staggering.
It really was. The numbers are stark. 166 people killed. That includes 18 security personnel and 26 foreign nationals, and then over 300 injured.
It just drives home how intense and widespread it was, not just one isolated incident.
Not at all. It unfolded across multiple sites.
And the way they arrived, this is one of those details that always sticks with me, coming in by sea from Karachi using boats they'd hijacked.
Yeah.
It sounds like something out of a movie, but it points to something serious, right?
Yep.
About security.
Definitely. It immediately flags, well, a pretty major vulnerability in coastal security at the time, and how attackers could use these, let's say, unconventional routes.
And that first hit at the CST station, a mass shooting in a place like that, the immediate impact must have been terrifying.
Calculated to cause maximum panic, maximum casualties right from the start. Pure chaos.
Then you have these incredibly long sieges at the Taj and Oberoi hotels, taking hostages, setting fires. It wasn't quick. They held those places for days.
Sustained assaults. And these are, as you said, highly visible symbols. Plus, the specific targeting of Nariman House, the Jewish center, points towards a clear ideological element, too.
So how did the response unfold? The material mentions Operation Black Tornado.
Yes, that was the counter-operation led by India's National Security Guard, the NSG Commandos. They're a specialist unit.
And it took how long?
Over 60 hours, more than 2.5 days. Wow. Which really just underlines how difficult it was to clear those locations, how well prepared and determined the attackers were.
Okay, let's shift to the who behind it. The sources are very clear. Lashkar-e-Taiba, Lati, a Pakistan-based group.
Correct. That attribution is pretty firm.
But it wasn't just a case of sending attackers in and letting them loose, was it? There was more coordination involved.
No, and this is quite chilling, actually, the level of real-time guidance. The terrorists were apparently getting instructions over phones over the internet from handlers back in Pakistan during the attacks.
Real-time direction.
Yes. It suggests a fairly sophisticated command structure directing things remotely.
And then there's this international connection, David Coleman Headley, an American Pakistani involved in the reconnaissance, the planning. He was later arrested in the U.S.
Right.
That adds another layer entirely, doesn't it? What does that tell us?
Well, it really highlights the global nature of these terror networks, the challenges for intelligence agencies trying to track threats across borders. It's incredibly complex.
And the fallout. Looking at the bigger picture, the impact on India-Pakistan relations, that was immediate, right?
Yeah.
And pretty severe.
Oh, undoubtedly. It created a deep, lasting strain between the two countries, a major geopolitical consequence.
But interestingly, it also seems like it forced some changes within India, specifically around security.
Precisely. It acted as a catalyst, really. There was a major review and overhaul of internal security structures, intelligence gathering.
Like the NIA.
Exactly. The National Investigation Agency was significantly strengthened, sort of born out of this need to address the vulnerabilities that 26/11 exposed. So a definite reaction and adaptation there.
And finally, that image of the Taj Hotel being repaired, reopened. It became quite symbolic, didn't it?
It did. It became a powerful symbol of defiance, of resilience,
Yeah.
of Mumbai and India refusing to be broken by terror.
Right, that act of rebuilding, reclaiming those spaces.
It says a lot about how communities respond to deep trauma, that enduring spirit.
So pulling it all together from this deep dive, we see a meticulously coordinated attack hitting multiple symbolic targets. We see international links in the planning and just devastating consequences. It clearly strained international relations, but also spurred significant internal security reforms in India.
Absolutely. And it leaves us with something to think about, perhaps. How do events like this reshape not just security policy and diplomacy, but also, the collective memory of a nation? What is that long, hard process of recovery? Physical rebuilding, yes, but also psychological healing truly signify about a society's strength when faced with such horror. It's something profound to consider.